YouTube fam. Okay, so basically my son goes to school at the Rock School of Houston, and he has special needs. He has Down syndrome, trisomy 21. So they have helped him a lot, and I have to make him lunch, breakfast every day. It is 6:40 approximately. I'm gonna see how quick I can make him a little lunch. And I'm actually gonna have to cook something. So, and he does eat a pretty good, decent meal. Some babies with Down syndrome, they have a finicky diet. So I'm gonna be in and out during this process. I have a bag of chicken breast that I did first or last night, and I have a little bit of smoky sausages that I pre-cut from last night. A pot. In this pot, I'm gonna start warming up the little smokies. I didn't really cut them up too fine, so I didn't put much in it because I didn't cut them up a whole bunch. So I'm gonna rinse off my chicken breast again. While those are warming up, and I mean not warming up, while those are being rinsed off in cool water, I'm gonna start warming up my grease because I'm gonna fry it. Hill Country Fair, HEB brand. So you don't have to put too much. I'm about to try to show you the oil. So it's warming up. It's not too high, but the pan is smoking, not the oil or the grate. I don't know what's going on. But don't make your oil too high, and you don't want it too cool. Once you start seeing the bubbles and you throw some flour in it, you should be able to tell when it's ready. Or water and it starts popping. Don't forget about the little sausages. Stir those up a little bit. And we're going to use a little jambalaya mix from Zatarain's. Breathe the destruction. It says add 2.5 cups, but this is 3 of water. Where's the distraction? 2.5 cups water, the rice mix, and the meat of my choice. So the meat is basically already in here. Then I'm going to basically bring this to a boil. And then I'm going to let it simmer to approximately 30 to 45 minutes, just depending on when it starts to get tender. I have to make sure I cover it up. Alright. So now I'm just waiting for this to come to a rolling boil so I can reduce the heat and simmer it. Ah! Please do not burn yourself with the oil. In one bowl, I'm going to season the meat for the chicken. And in another bowl, I'm going to season the flour. I'm just going to be using some basic seasonings. You can't forget the hot sauce. I have a little bit of black pepper. And the same seasonings that I put on the chicken, I put in the flour. This is sea salt. Sea salt is a little bit stronger than kosher salt, so we're just gonna use a little bit. Let it cry. A little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of onion powder. And one of my favorites, a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning. Whatever I don't use, I can put it in the flour. The rice is about to come to a boil. So I'm about to put a little top over that, and I'm gonna simmer it while I start getting Dakari ready for school. And I'm just putting a little bit of these seasoning in this top. I just put some flour in this bowl. I'm gonna put the seasoning in the bowl, and then I'm gonna stir this into the flour. Make sure you mix it well. And if you want to, you can add a little bit more depending on your preference. So I think that I seasoned the meat pretty well. I don't want it too salty, so I think I'm gonna leave it alone. And I mix the seasonings that I have on here already, and then I'm gonna grab my hot sauce, rinse my hands off a little bit, and I'm gonna have to add my hot sauce in it. Fried chicken is just not the same without Louisiana hot sauce. Trust me. Right now, I do not have any cayenne pepper or anything like that, or paprika or anything, so I did not use a spice like that, like the paprika or the other one, cayenne. Just depending on how spicy you want or how much you want is how much you use. So, like I said, it just depends on your preference. Your dietary needs are considered and everything. Okay, so rinse my hands off again. My rice has completely came to a rolling boil, so I will go ahead and stir it again. So the rice doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the pot. Put it on low heat all the way at the top. Either the one or the two at the top of your oven, stove, whatever. And I do not have a top to my pot, so I will be using a porcelain plate. I just have to make sure I use like uh, a washcloth or something to remove it. remove the plate off of the pot because of the steam and the heat. Alright, so now one at a time I'm going to dip my chicken strips and I'm going to place it into the oil, so I should be able to do it in one to two batches. So I should be able to get 2 to 3 strips each time. I only have 6. So this is one. And this is 2. And I'll just stretch it to 3 because it's a little breast chicken chunk. These were already pre-cut in strips. I got them from HEB. They're like $3, $4 a pack. And once I start seeing the brown edges, I can go ahead and flip them over and we can start on the next sets of chicken. Alright, so during this time, I'm going to start getting ready for Dakari to get to school. So I'll be back after I start the next batch of chicken. So just give me a little bit. Before I move on to the next batch, I just wanted to show the chicken that's already in there. You see, I still have not gotten the card ready because I don't want my chicken to burn. We don't burn chicken around here, babe. So I am firing. Dipping it in the oil. And I only have these 3 little strips. So I am actually going to start getting him ready while these fry. And I don't use much flour. I don't use much flour because if you use a bunch of flour, you're going to have a whole bunch wasted at the end. And if I do have a lot, I just put it in a little baggie and I try to season some more chicken when I try to fry it the next time. So I already have pre-seasoned flour. You might add a little bit more flour and a little bit more seasoning though, just so everything gets covered. And this is my last little strip, so I'm gonna plop it in the rest of the flour. Make sure you're getting the little crevices where you don't see the flour, because when you separate it, you'll see those little pieces of meat that have separated, and you have to make sure you're getting the flour in those little grooves so it's evenly breaded. Dakari has woken up and he wants some Sprite. I know I'm not supposed to give him some Sprite, but I'm going to do it anyway because he's my child, not yours. Here. Alright, come on, let's go to the room and get dressed for school. I don't want you to get burned. I just checked in the rice. The rice is almost finished. It has a little bit more moisture at the bottom of the pot. So I'm going to let that, simmer out. And my chicken is almost fried. I'm about to pack up his lunch. He's almost dressed. Had to put his socks and shoes on and his little sweatshirt. And I'll be back.